Guys, this is my Walking Dead Q&A Part 2 video after episode 6. Okay, let's get started. The first question is, do you think Daryl will die this season since Dwight took his crossbow? Maybe it's foreshadowing since Daryl sees the skeleton walker with the helmet. Okay, great question. Okay, a lot of people have said that maybe one or the other have to die. In the comics, obviously, Daryl's not non-existent, so it's just Dwight. Dwight is very important for the comic book storyline. He's basically exactly the same as Daryl. Kirkman has been asked before if Daryl is Dwight, and he said no. Obviously, they're both on the show now, so they're different characters. But I feel that only one has to survive, and Dwight is very important. Daryl's very popular in the show. He brings in a lot of new fans, a lot of money for the show, so it's a little tricky here. They could potentially keep both of them alive, but I kind of feel that one or the other has to die. Like I said, Dwight is very important for the show. He's still alive in the comics. It is foreshadowing with the helmet and everything, where when Daryl fell with his motorcycle, there was like a walker's skeleton with just a helmet on. He was still alive, obviously. Maybe that's just foreshadowing for Daryl's death. The reason I say that is because the helmet protects your head. Maybe they're just saying protect your head. Maybe Negan's gonna squish his head in with the bat. Maybe they're foreshadowing his death with that scene. Maybe they're showing us protect your head, and then they're gonna kill him off in the finale. Maybe they're gonna squish his head in. That could potentially happen. I'm not gonna say it's not, because Negan is here. We know he's here. He's in the finale. They're gonna want to do something big, so a big character has to die. If it's not Glenn, it has to be Daryl, Morgan, or potentially Carol. Those are the options. Morgan could be up there as well, just because the actor could be busy and maybe they just kill him off. Daryl's another option. Carol's another option, but Carol, I kind of think no, just because they said she's the safest character in the show right now, and she is a female character, so I don't know if they want to go that route with Negan killing a female character. The options is just Daryl, Glenn, or Morgan. If it's not Glenn, if he's alive, it seems like he's alive. If it's not Glenn, it kind of has to be Daryl or Morgan. One or the other. I don't see any other characters that could potentially be killed off. It has to be a big character, so I kind of see Daryl being killed off in the finale just because of that foreshadowing with the helmet and everything. It is a high possibility that it could be him. In my opinion, there can't be two people wielding the crossbow. There can't be two people exactly the same. They could do that, but in my opinion, they shouldn't do that. And like I said, Dwight is very important for the show, for the future. They could kill Dwight off and just turn Daryl into Dwight. A lot of people probably wouldn't like that, because they're going to burn his face off, and he's going to be like an anti-hero instead of a hero. So I kind of don't know what to say right now. There's a lot of possibilities. My answer is just going to be 50-50. 50% of Daryl dying in the season finale, and 50% of Dwight being killed off and Daryl turning into Dwight. Those are the only options. Either Daryl turns into Dwight or Daryl is killed off. So I don't see another way out of that. Like I said, they could potentially keep both of them alive, but they do have to kill a big character, and I kind of feel it's either Daryl, Morgan, or Glenn. And if they save Glenn from this situation he's in right now, they're not going to kill him anymore. They could. That would really be shocking, and it would really suck, because if they bring him back just to kill him, that'll be really bad for him. The next one is from Dylan Sanchez. He says, is there any differences between the comic book series and the show? Has anyone had a different death than in the comics? Great question. There's been a lot of differences between the comic and the show. I can't really say everything that's happened, because there's been a lot that's changed. Death-wise, there's a couple big deaths. They killed Herschel off instead of Tyrese. Tyrese in the comics was the one that got his head cut off by the governor, and in the TV series it was Herschel. Another big one was Dale. Bob was the one who got his leg cut off in the TV series, and he was the one who got bit and basically died. In the comics, it was Dale. Dale was the one that went through all that. He was also the one that got his leg chopped off when he got bit by a walker in the TV series that was Herschel. So when Dale died in season 2, he was still supposed to be alive by now, but when he died in season 2, they gave that storyline to Herschel and to Bob. So they kind of mixed and matched. Another difference is Andrea. She's dead already. That was one of my favorite characters in season 3, and in the comics she's really awesome and everything. It would have been nice if she was still alive, but at the same time Sasha would have been dead probably, because she wouldn't have any purpose in the show. That storyline, they gave it to Sasha for now. The only thing I don't see happening in the TV series is Sasha and Rick getting together. I don't think that would make sense, because in the comics Andrea and Rick got together. So that's another difference. Another big difference is in season 2, Shane died, obviously, and in the comics he died quickly. So he died basically in season 1. So they kind of extended his storyline a little. They kind of do that with a lot of characters now, because they do want to flesh them out, so to speak, make us care about them. So they're going to extend everything. Like the wolves in the comics, they only lasted about 1 episode. In the TV series, I think they're still alive. At least one wolf is left, so they've been around for at least 4 or 5 episodes. So they've extended their storyline a lot. The Hunters is another great example. The Terminus people. In the comics, they lasted about 4 or 3 episodes. In the TV series, they lasted about about the same, but they extended their storyline a lot, because in the comics, all they did was just chase people around and eat them. In the TV series, they gave us a backstory to why they are the way they are. So they gave us basically the Terminus, and then they gave us another block with the Hunters. So they gave us like double the storyline. The only issue with that storyline that I didn't like was they rushed through it like very quickly. They wanted to be done with that, I guess. The first 3 episodes, that was it. But it was awesome episodes. But the only issue is that they got rid of them so quickly. That was the only issue I had with that. Merle and Daryl are not in the comics, so that's definitely a major difference. T-Dog's not in the comics. Beth's not in the comics. Maggie's exactly the same so far. Glenn is exactly the same so far. Morgan is definitely different. If you look at Tyrese in the TV series, that's how Morgan was in the comics. So he got killed off the same way. Basically, he got bit, and he got his arm chopped off, and then he died. That was the same way he died. Morgan seems to be a lot better. Another major difference is Carol. Carol was the weakest character in the entire series in the comics. She was useless. She didn't do anything for the story. Committed suicide. She basically let a walker eat her. That's all she did. She got together with Tyrese, and then Tyrese kind of broke that off and went with Michonne. So she committed suicide. In the TV series, she's awesome. She's basically the top 3 best characters on the show right now. Rick, Daryl, and Carol. She's up there. She's really a great character. I don't think they're going to kill her off anytime soon. She's completely different. Like, if you look at Morgan in the TV series with episode 4, he went from crazy to, I guess, calm. That's how Carol was, so to speak, but in reverse. She went from calm to crazy, but the difference is that she was useless, and now she's useful. She protects the group. She's very productive for the group and everything. Michonne's basically exactly the same, but the only difference is she's been in 3 relationships in the comics. Every time she's in a relationship, they die. Tyrese, Morgan, and Ezekiel. Ezekiel's a new character that's going to come in later on, but in the TV series, she hasn't had any relationships. Last season, we all thought that maybe it was Rick and her, but that didn't end up happening. So there's a lot more, but I'm gonna stop here. Just those are our big examples of big differences from the show and the comics. This will be the final question. This one's from Destro7HD. He says, "What's your ultimate YouTube goal?" Great question. Okay, in the beginning, I never really had a goal. Now my goal is basically just to get 400 subscribers, and 10,000 views for the end of the year. We still have about 5 weeks left this year, and that's my goal. If I were to think of an ultimate goal, next year my goal for the end of the year for 2016 is 2,000 subscribers and about 100 to 150,000 views. That's my goal for next year. My ultimate goal, I think, would just be about 100,000 subscribers and a couple million views, 5 million views or something. I want to build. My ultimate goal is just to build a great community that loves The Walking Dead as much as I do. People that we could talk with and just put our ideas and thoughts and anything that we have about the show, put it out there for each other and just talk about the show. Obviously, the show's not going to last forever, but it's going to be here at least 5 more years. So I want to build that up. I want to build my channel up enough that we have a great community to talk with each other, people that love the show. And like I said, my ultimate goal is 100,000 subscribers and about 5 million views. I just want to get my content out there for you guys. That's basically what my goal is for now. I don't really have anything else to say about that for now. Obviously, it's going to change and everything. Yeah, that's what my goal is for now. Okay, that's it for this Q&A. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to get the best Walking Dead videos or reviews, news, and predictions, please subscribe. That's it for this video. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching.